You won't believe the shocking truth behind Kim Jong Un's actions towards his ex that will leave you absolutely speechless. In today's video, we're diving into a jaw-dropping story that exposes the dark and hidden side of North Korea's leader. This isn't just another headline, this is a scandalous tale of power, betrayal, and intrigue that you need to see to believe. Make sure to stick around till the end to uncover every shocking detail. If you find this story as unbelievable as we do, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more eye-opening content like this. Your support keeps us bringing you the most captivating stories out there. There was a woman in Kim Jong Un's life who held a special place in his heart, but they were forced apart by his father, who deemed her unsuitable. This woman is Hyeon Song-woo, a prominent North Korean singer and the leader of the Moranbong band. Kim Jong Un and Hyeon Song-woo first met as teenagers, and their romance blossomed in the early 2000s. After Kim returned to North Korea from studying in Switzerland, this relationship, reported by South Korean government sources, was kept under wraps due to the disapproval of Kim's father, Kim Steve. Hyeon Song-woo is not only known for her beauty but also her talent. In North Korea, she is a superstar and the leader of the Moranbong band, a pop group that gained prominence in the late 80s and 90s. Western media often liken the Moranbong band to the Spice Girls, but unlike their Western counterparts, North Korean bands are strictly political, singing only songs that praise the regime. Some of Hyeon's most famous songs include Footsteps of Soldiers, I Love Pyongyang, She Is a Discharged Soldier, A Girl on a Steed, and We Are Troops of the Party. Despite her status and popularity, Kim Jong-il saw Hyeon Song-woo as unfit for his son. She was 5 years older than Kim Jong Un. Despite her success, she was still just a singer, a profession considered low status in North Korea following his father's orders. Kim Jong Un ended the relationship. Afterward, Hyeon Song-woo vanished from public view. According to Japanese reports, she married a North Korean officer and had a child. Kim Jong Un also married, yet it seems old flames die hard. After his father died in 2011, Kim Jong Un reportedly rekindled his relationship with Hyeon Song-woo. According to South Korean intelligence, rumors of their affair have circulated among Pyongyang's elite ever since. But what happens when the life of a dictator's former lover takes an unexpected and shocking turn? Stay tuned. Being the beloved of a dictator is far from easy, and history shows that absolute rulers have often turned on their wives and mistresses. So when reports surfaced in 2013 claiming that Kim Jong Un had executed his ex-lover, it wasn't entirely shocking. According to the reports, Hyeon Song-woo, his former flame, was accused of distributing adult films, a crime severely punished in North Korea, and was allegedly executed alongside her accomplices. The life of the North Korean leader is shrouded in rumors and speculation. Stories abound, from claims that he poisoned his own uncle and fed him to dogs to tales of officials being thrown to piranhas. In such a climate, the idea that Kim could execute his ex-lover seemed plausible, and many believed the reports. However, a year later, Hyeon Song-woo reappeared on North Korean television, participating in the National Convention of Artists, effectively disproving the execution rumors. Since then, Hyeon Song-woo's influence has only grown. She is no longer just a singer. In 2017, she was appointed to the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea, marking her ascent as a powerful political figure. In recent years, she has been a frequent presence at significant events alongside Kim Jong Un. Intriguingly, Kim's official wife has sometimes faded from public view, fueling rumors that Hyeon Song-woo might not just be an ex-girlfriend, but perhaps his current mistress. Some speculate that Hyeon Song-woo might be the most powerful woman in North Korea, with rumors even suggesting she has a son with Kim Jong Un. While this has not been confirmed, what is clear is that Kim has granted her considerable power, possibly even surpassing the influence of his sister. Do you think Hyeon Song-woo's rise to power signals her true influence in North Korea, or is it just another layer of Kim Jong Un's tightly controlled image? Let us know in the comments below. Kim Jong-il, the second supreme leader of North Korea, took it upon himself to find the perfect bride for his son, Kim Jong Un. He selected a young woman named Ri Sol-ju, who was in her early 20s. Like any parent in North Korea, the dictator placed great importance on his son's future wife being not only attractive, but also from a prominent family. Ri Sol-ju fit the bill perfectly. She had all the qualities that align with North Korea's beauty standards: fair, smooth skin, a slender figure, and a round face. Additionally, her family held high political status. Her father was a professor, and her mother was the head of a gynecological ward. Ri Sol-ju seemed to be the ideal match for North Korea's ruler. Unlike his father, who often appeared in public alone, Kim Jong Un made it a point to be seen with his wife, signaling a new approach in the country. Ri Sol-ju, now the First Lady of North Korea, also took on a diplomatic role and gained fame for her love of fashion. Often spotted in outfits from luxury brands like Chanel and Dior, it is rumored that Ri has given birth to 3 children. However, details about them remain shrouded in mystery. We know for certain that their second child is a daughter, but the gender of the others is a subject of speculation. Some believe all 3 are daughters, while others claim the eldest is a son. The truth remains hidden as Kim Jong Un keeps his personal life extremely private. In the year 2009, after suffering a stroke, Kim Jong-il reportedly arranged his son's marriage in a hurry. But was there any love between Kim Jong Un and Ri Sol-ju? Most likely not, as the marriage was more of an arrangement than a love match. At the time of the wedding, Kim Jong Un was 27 years old and already had romantic experience. Before we continue, I have a 10-second request for all of you. If you can help us out, please hit that subscribe button. It would mean a lot to us. In return, we promise to keep making this show even better for you. Deal! As the wife of North Korean leader Kim Jong Un, Ri Sol-ju is expected to live in luxury, surrounded by the finest things money can buy. However, her life is far from a fairy tale. Since marrying Kim Jong Un in the year 2012, the former cheerleader has faced a series of strict and unrelenting rules. First, she was forced to change her name after the marriage. She is not allowed to visit her family or leave North Korea. Even her public appearances are tightly controlled, and her wardrobe and hairstyle are meticulously chosen, favoring traditional styles. Life as the First Lady of North Korea is shrouded in secrecy. While Ri Sol-ju has had the joy of motherhood, her pregnancies were kept hidden from the public eye. She was pressured to keep having children until she could give birth to a son, as Kim Jong Un, already the father of 2 daughters, insisted on a male heir. With such rigid control over her life, Ri Sol-ju has become a mysterious figure with very little known about her personal life or thoughts. Despite the luxurious facade, Ri Sol-ju's life is dictated by rules that keep her isolated and her existence a mystery to the outside world. To uncover more intriguing details about Kim Jong Un's lavish and secretive lifestyle, don't miss our previous video. In February of the year 2017, 2 young women, Siti Aisha from Indonesia and Doan Thi Hong from Vietnam, found themselves at the Kuala Lumpur International Airport in Malaysia. However, they weren't there to catch a flight. Their mission was to follow a man through the bustling airport. Despite the crowded environment, they managed to tail him closely until the moment arrived. In a shocking twist, one of the women approached the man from behind and placed both hands on his face. According to reports, Siti Aisha and Doan Thi Hong left the airport separately after washing their hands, satisfied with the money they received for what they believed was participation in a prank for a hidden camera show. However, this so-called prank was far more sinister than they realized. The man they targeted was Kim Jong-nam, the estranged half-brother of North Korean leader Kim Jong Un, and the substance they applied to his face was a lethal nerve agent that killed him within minutes. The aftermath was swift and severe. Both women were arrested and faced a lengthy trial in Malaysia which lasted nearly 2 years. In the end, Siti Aisha and Doan Thi Hong were seen as pawns in a much larger political game and were released after serving a few years in prison. Though their ordeal ended relatively well for them, it served as a grim lesson about the dangers of unwittingly becoming involved in nefarious plots. North Korea and South Korea share a complex history marked by tension and conflict. Despite their common heritage, the 2 nations have often found themselves at odds. But in the year 2013, following a wave of anti-North Korean protests in Seoul, Kim Jong-un's regime decided to make a bold move against its southern neighbor. However, there was a problem. North Korea lacked the modern communication tools to effectively deliver its threats. The country had already severed its only official telephone line with South Korea and did not use email for such matters. However, North Korea found an alternative. They turned to traditional methods, using public statements to issue a menacing warning of a ruthless strike with no prior notice. South Korea didn't take this lightly, responding firmly with its declarations. This exchange ensured that North Korea's message was clearly received, but it also reinforced the perception of the country as being stuck in the past, relying on outdated methods in an increasingly digital world. Yet while North Korea projects its power through threats, tourists quickly learn that the regime's control extends far beyond politics, even dictating what memories you're allowed to take home. Visiting North Korea as a tourist can be an experience like no other. You're drawn by the curiosity to uncover the reality behind the country's tightly controlled regime. One day, you decide to venture beyond the capital and explore the rural provinces. As you drive through the countryside, you notice the unique landscape, modest homes, children playing in the fields, and scenes that feel worlds away from what you're used to. Captivated by the moment, you reach for your phone and snap a few photos, thinking they'll make for some interesting memories. But then, out of nowhere, someone approaches you, sternly instructing you to stop and delete every picture you've just taken. You're confused. Why can't you keep these photos? Before you begin erasing them, you ask for an explanation. That's when you learn the hard truth. In North Korea, taking pictures isn't as simple as it seems. The regime strictly controls what you can and cannot photograph. Only specific sites and scenes, like statues, certain neighborhoods, parks, subways, mountains, and select beaches, are permitted to be captured on camera. Anything else, whether it's a person, a house, or something as innocent as a child playing, is strictly off limits. Kim Jong Un, North Korea's supreme leader, is known for his tightly controlled image and enigmatic lifestyle. However, reports from defectors reveal a very different side of him, a lifestyle far from the image of a leader committed to a single partner. One defector claims Kim Jong Un has a reputation as a womanizer, engaging in nightly excesses that would make most people's heads spin. Rumors suggest that Kim surrounds himself with a group of women, often referred to as the 5 ladies and 7 concubines, who form part of an exclusive entourage of around 2,000 women. These women are carefully selected to entertain Kim and his top officials in various ways. Some sing and dance, others offer massages, and a select few are involved in more intimate activities. Kim's spending on luxury items is staggering. It's estimated that he splurges $30 million every year on high-end wines alone, with a similar amount dedicated to maintaining this entourage of women. For those who become part of this inner circle, life can be opulent, with many later marrying high-ranking officials and enjoying a life of wealth. However, the price of refusal or non-compliance with Kim's demands can be severe, ranging from imprisonment to even more dire consequences. Despite publicly portraying himself as a benevolent leader, Kim Jong Un's private actions suggest otherwise. In the year 2016, he reportedly spent nearly $4 million on his so-called pleasure squad. These revelations paint a starkly different picture of the North Korean leader, one where absolute power leads to absolute excess. As Kim Jong-un indulges in lavish excesses behind closed doors, even the smallest personal freedoms of his top officials are tightly controlled, revealing the contrasting extremes of life under his rule. In North Korea, even the smallest pleasures are subject to the whims of the leader. Kim Jong-un, a few years ago, took a strong stand against senior officials who enjoyed smoking foreign cigarette brands, declaring it unpatriotic. As a result, these officials were forced to switch to locally produced cigarettes, leaving behind well-known brands like Marlboro. Despite the strict rules, they were still permitted to smoke North Korean cigarettes. However, for those accustomed to foreign brands, the transition likely brought a noticeable and perhaps unpleasant change in flavor. While they may have adapted over time, there's little doubt that the inability to choose freely must have left a lingering sense of disappointment. North Korea's dark secrets, the scary hidden truth. North Korea, the world's most enigmatic nation, harbors profound secrets shrouded in darkness. Beneath the veneer of propaganda portraying an idyllic society lies a stark reality of severe human rights abuses that shock and outrage the world. Vast prison camps, likened to hells on earth, confine hundreds of thousands of individuals to brutal forced labor, torture, and the ever-present threat of death. Stories of unspeakable cruelty, of cries for help silenced in the shadows, of lives mercilessly trampled upon, send shivers down our spines. Freedom of speech is suffocated, thought is controlled with an iron grip, and social discrimination persists, creating a deeply unjust society where a person's fate is sealed at birth. Furthermore, a crippled economy, widespread famine, and dependence on foreign aid paint a bleak picture. The North Korean people struggle to survive amidst extreme scarcity, while their government prioritizes military development, flexing its muscles with grandiose parades and missile tests that rattle the world. Severe environmental pollution, human trafficking, forced labor, and a controversial nuclear program further deepen the shadows cast over this nation, plunging its people into an abyss of suffering. However, amidst the limited and difficult-to-verify information, we must maintain an objective perspective, separating the North Korean people from their government. They are victims of a totalitarian regime, deprived of their most basic human rights. We must condemn the regime's brutal actions while expressing empathy and support for the North Korean people. It is our hope that one day the Korean peninsula will find its path to peace and prosperity, where its people can live in freedom and happiness, no longer shrouded in the darkness of dictatorship. As we've uncovered today, the actions of Kim Jong-un towards his ex are nothing short of shocking and leave us in disbelief. The extreme measures taken reveal a chilling side of power and control that most of us can hardly imagine. It's a stark reminder of the lengths to which individuals in positions of authority can go to manipulate and dominate others. These revelations not only highlight the disturbing reality behind closed doors, but also urge us to remain vigilant about the influence of power and its impacts on personal lives. If you found this video eye-opening, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more intriguing content like this. Stay tuned as we continue to bring you the latest and most compelling stories from around the world. Your support helps us keep delivering the content you crave. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.